Hey there, everyone. This is Mike Thomas here, along with my partner, Brett Rutecki. Welcome to today's webinar. We're going to be talking about the most advanced AI-powered website creation system ever. And that's a pretty big claim there, but I think after today's call, you're going to realize that it is true. It's amazing. You are going to love it. It allows you to build dozens of site types as ready-made content, multiple templates in it, and no AI fees, and it includes free traffic that you can drive using the software. So this is going to be a fast, straight to the point webinar. We value your time, so please value ours as well by paying attention. Turn off the Facebook, turn off the email, all that stuff. Just stick with us for the next 45 minutes and it will be worth your time, I guarantee that. So this webinar is for you. If you'd like to see a method that I've personally used and Brett to make thousands of dollars online from authority websites. If you don't want to make the same mistakes that cost me hours and hours of my own time and a ton of money, and if you'd like to learn a shortcut to do all of this the easy way. Now, the first thing that I want to say as we rocket into this presentation here is that authority websites are profitable. And how am I able to make that claim there? Because if you know Brett and I, whenever we make a claim about anything, we back it up. Well, I have one that makes me anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 per month, and it's made more. It's made a lot more, but I like to keep that number on the average there to let you guys know what is potential on a month-to-month basis. Because I like to know it's made me money like clockwork every single month for years. It's allowed me to have reliable income coming in from a source that I know that, okay, if I've got a bill to pay next month, then I'm going to be able to pay it because that's going to be bringing in money. Now, for those of you who might be kind of confused here on what exactly an authority website is, I know some of you know, some of you don't, but simply, it's a website that is full of content and articles about a specific topic, and therefore is seen as an authority about that topic. And in layman's terms, basically, it's a huge website with a ton of content that's meant to bring in free traffic from Google. And Google loves these kind of websites. They love them because they're just full of content. They're full of content that's helping people, and they're not simply there to have to make money. There's not just like, okay, how can this website make a ton of money off people, which it's fine to make money, but it's also there. It has content on it that's designed to give the user a benefit as well. Now, I want you to know that my success with this and my partner's success, we're not special or anything. We'd like to think we're special sometimes, but we're not. There are a ton of others who are making life-changing income using the power of authority sites. And I'm able to share this with you today because these people actually share their income and share it in income reports, which is amazing that they're actually sharing this. So I'm getting these numbers right here. This isn't me guessing. This isn't me taking their traffic and guessing how much money they're making every month. This is numbers that they've actually shared in income reports. So this one right here, this is a finance authority site. So they're in the money niche, maybe make money online, that type of a thing. And they have claimed that they're making $22,600 per month from this authority site in the finance niche. So some of you might be interested in the finance niche, some of you not, but this is an optional niche to go into. Here's the lifestyle authority type of site here. So we've got looks like a mom. She talks about motherhood, creating a life that you love, blogging, free mom planner. She's talking about moms. And if any of you are moms out there, or even dads out there, you know that managing a household can be a lot of work, a ton of work, more work than a lot of people can admit here. So this person is making $10,000 per month from her authority site. We've got another one here in the travel niche, which I know a lot of of us love to travel. I personally love traveling everywhere. I know Brett likes to travel. It's fun to go to different places and see places and take pictures and eat food. This person is getting paid to do it, and they've got their authority travel site that's making them $4,223 per month. Here's one that's a guide type site. So you don't need to necessarily leave your bedroom or your office, your living room, or wherever you want to work. This is a site about social anxiety. It's a specific topic that this person has become an authority in, and it's making them a nice $2,000 per month. Here's a crochet site. So this is personally not a topic that I would cover because I'm not interested in crocheting, but maybe you are, maybe someone you know is. This person's making $14,000 per month with a crochet authority website. I mean, I just think that's incredible. This would be one of the topics that I would tell people. It's like, yeah, you can't make any money in that there's no money there. But look, this person's proving me wrong. This is crazy. Food authority sites. I'm a big foodie. I'm looking at recipes all the time online, trying to make new stuff, testing out new recipes. Sometimes my wife likes it, sometimes she doesn't. But this person's doing that, making it easy to feed your family. They're making a bunch of different recipes and making $35,000 per month by doing that. Wouldn't it be great to get paid to eat, like make food, take some pictures of it, and eat it and get paid for it? That's just awesome. Here's one that is a tutorial authority site. So this is about a specific, looks like a software that they're doing tutorials on. So this person has become an expert, I guess, in SketchUp, and it's making them $3,000 a month. So they're probably making more money with this than they are with the actual software itself. Here's a side hustle directory. So you can actually make a directory site about different things, $4,400 per month by creating this resource. Here's an info authority site. So this one looks like it's about, what was this, drying eucalyptus. I don't even know what this is about. I love eucalyptus branches. Me too. Drying. I don't even know. But they're making $4,000, almost $5,000 a month by doing that. Then this one is a product review authority site. This one is making an amazing $166,000 per month so far. I mean, that is just incredible what they're doing here. However, there's one thing that people don't ever tell you about this. And the thing that they don't tell you is that these sites are hard to create and they take a ton of time and a ton of money. And for each site, you need to go out there and you need to register a domain name, and these can be anywhere from $10 each. You have to pay for hosting for each website. You have to install WordPress, configure the site, and then you need to write the content or pay someone to write this for you. And for an authority website to be profitable, one thing that you need to have is you need to have content, and you need to have a lot of it. And there are two types of content that you need to have these authority websites have. The first one is helpful user content. And that helpful user content is something that you need to have so much of it on your site, but we'll get to that a little bit later here. And you also need money page content. Now, this money page content, this is the content that actually is going to make you money on your site. So helpful user content, it ranks in the search engines, and that's what we're looking for. We don't want to go out there and pay for traffic. That's one thing that I hate doing. That's one thing that I don't do. And you don't want to have to worry about that. And that's the idea of having this content here, is it will rank in the search engines and drive traffic to your site. And it's going to provide a valuable resource, and it's designed to help and not to sell. So that's the core aspect of this content. Now, the money pages, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory here. These money pages are designed in order to make you money. That is their goal. That is what they do. So you want to have a ton of both of these types of content on your site. So that means that either you are going to spend hundreds of dollars or hours of writing this content, hundreds of hours writing the content, or you're going to spend thousands actually paying other people to write that content for you. So it becomes a dilemma of, okay, am I going to sit down at my computer and just write, and pretty much make yourself another job, which is what the whole reason why we're creating these type of things is to save ourselves from that kind of thing. Like if we want another job, we go down the street and apply for a job somewhere else, right? The whole idea is that we are freeing ourselves from that. Or we're going to have to spend a bunch of money. And I know that I personally don't want to spend a bunch of money on this when I don't have to. And a lot of people don't have a big budget when they're starting out doing these things. So you see, it's a big problem that most people will leave out when they talk about how profitable authority sites are. They'll just show you all the money that they're making, but they don't talk about either the hours of work that they need to put in or the money that they actually spend getting all of that content created. And it was a big, big problem, of course, until today. Wouldn't it be great if there was an easier and faster way to create these profitable sites? Well, of course, now there is. That's why I'm excited to introduce AI Authority Builder, a software designed by my friend and business partner, Brett Rutecki. It allows you to create authority websites just like ours, but without the tremendous time investment or heavy expenses. And I'm telling you guys, this is amazing. And you're going to take a look at it here in a second. Here's how it works in a nutshell. First, what you're going to do is you're going to be launching your authority site in 60 seconds. Now, in order to create your online empire, it's so easy to do it. You just choose your site from a multitude of options. You can do a review authority site, a local business authority site, a how-to site, any of these ones that I've just showed you, anything that is something that you're interested in, a passion of yours. Honestly, it doesn't even need to be a passion of yours, but it kind of helps if it is. It makes it a little bit more fun. But you can essentially do any kind of authority site with the software. Step two is you need to activate your money pages. So not only does this software create all these for you, but it'll actually create monetized pages on your site designed in order to generate revenue for you. And you can monetize these any way you want. You can use affiliate links, AdSense ads, Amazon products, whatever your heart desires. The control is entirely in your hands. And that's something that's really important to us, is that we give you control over your business. And then you turn on 100% free traffic with the instant authority content. You're going to be able to use our instant content builder in order to drive free traffic straight to your profit pages. It's an amazing system. It's something that I am super proud of. I think Brett's done it again in creating something that is really going to help a ton of people who take action with this. And that's it. You are done. That's all you have to do in order to create your SEO optimized, mobile friendly, and monetized site. And it's going to be automatically created for you on autopilot. But here's the best part of it. You don't need to buy traffic. You don't need to build links. You don't need to pay for OpenAI fees. Now, this is something that is huge, and I don't want to just kind of glaze over this here. The OpenAI fees, if you've ever used any kind of other software out there, what they'll make you do is you have to go over to ChatGPT and OpenAI. You have to apply for an API key. You have to actually give them your credit card information and sign up for that. And then you have to actually pay. You've already paid for software. And then you have to go over in there and you have to pay for it again. We do not make you do that. We cover all of your AI fees so that when you create your content through the software, you're not going to actually have to pay for that ever. And you don't need to go and copy and paste from ChatGPT as well, which could be a pain in the butt, especially when you're building a huge site. Now, you don't need to do any SEO, so you don't need to sit there and start thinking about, oh, how am I gonna rank this? It's all automatically done for you. And the most important part of all is you do not need to write any content. All of it is completely done for you. Now, if only Brett had created this years ago, I would have saved so much time and so much money, but it might be too late for me. But luckily, you are in the right place at the right time. Would you all like to see a quick demo of the software in action so you can see how powerful it is? Put a yes in the chat box right now if you'd like to have Brett come on and give you a demo. Whoa. You guys are really excited. I really appreciate this energy. This is a great group here today. This is perfect. Awesome. Okay. Okay, here. So, Brett, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
You are here. I'm glad that you're here. Welcome. Let me send the sales. Let me send the screen over to you. Let me see here. I can figure out how to do it. Let me find you. Here you are. And a make presenter. Okay, Brett. Here it comes.
All right, can you guys all hear me and see my screen? Make sure I'm not talking to myself and make sure I'm not showing you a black screen. I did a call one time, it was just a training call, and I was talking for about 10 minutes, and then finally I happened to look at the chat box and people are like, yeah, we can't see anything, but so I had to do it all over again. All right, so this is AI Authority Builder. Now, it's software that I built to let people quickly and easily build authority websites. Mike had explained to what an authority site is, so I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to jump right into how to use the software. Now, as Mike said, you can build your authority sites based on any niche that you want. It's totally up to you. I personally suggest that people use niches that they're actually interested in. So if you build an authority site on something that you actually are interested in yourself, then that makes it a lot more fun to use the system. I mean, if you don't like what you're making the site about, then it's kind of work. But if you build it on something that you're interested in, it's a lot more fun. And as you can see in the demos that Mike had showed you, you can make money just about in any niche. I mean, some lady's making $14,000 a month talking about yarn. Why? Because there are millions and millions and millions of people in the world interested in knitting and yarn, and that gives you a huge audience just in about anything that you can possibly think about. Lee says, I like art. Awesome. You could totally build an authority site based around art. You could talk about the different kinds of art, the different techniques with art, the different things that you can do, the different things you need, and then you can build sites selling art supplies. You can build pages that review art supplies and sell art supplies. That's a great niche. Lee says he likes art. Okay, so I like 3D printing. I like woodworking, and believe it or not, I actually like home gardening. My wife and I enjoy gardening. We have a bit of land. We like to garden in the summertime. We like to grow fruits and vegetables. So I've built sites based around those particular things. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off by showing you my woodworking site. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this is my authority site on woodworking. And there are several templates that you can use. This is the template that I've particularly chosen. You can very easily change the template if you want. And you can see there are multiple kinds of sites. So this right here, which would be what's called an authority page. This page has no monetization on it. It's simply content. Now, content is important because that's all Google cares about. When somebody searches Google for a particular keyword or a particular subject, all Google cares about is sending that person to a website that will suit that person's needs. So if I'm looking on how to start with woodworking, what tools do I need for woodworking? Google doesn't care if I make money. Google doesn't care about me. Google cares about sending that person searching to a relevant website because that makes the person happy and that makes the person continue to use Google. This is why you need these authority pages to make Google happy so that Google will send you traffic. Now, in order to build your site, you go ahead and click on your site, you enter in the topic of your site, and that's it, then you're done. You can go ahead and click on edit site, and you can edit all the settings for your site. This allows you to select the template that you want. There are 3 different templates. Things like your background color, your texture, the header text, all this is pretty self-explanatory. If you want, you can go ahead and enter in the contact email, and AI Authority Builder will automatically build a contact form for you, so that way people can send you emails from your site if you like. You can also enter in your social media links, for example, your YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and AI Authority Builder will put those social media links on your site as well, so you can build up a social media following. If you're doing any type of monetization that requires affiliate monetization, for example, Amazon, which we'll talk about in a second, it's just one monetization method. They will require you to put a disclaimer in the footer of your page. You can go ahead and enter in your disclaimer. And finally, you can put any custom code. If you have any tracking code, anything like that, you can put that in there. You can also add site images to make your site looks a little bit better. If you actually go here, you can see there's my site image, and that's the image that's also inside of my site. Now, in order to get a site image, all you do is head over to Pixabay. There's a million and billion free images that you can choose from, and you can go ahead and add in your site image to make your site look a little bit more professional. Now, the main functionality of AI Authority Builder, though, is the content creation, because there's other systems that allow you to build sites. I mean, you could build a site with WordPress, and that's easy enough. But the thing is, if you build a site with WordPress or build your site with another system, you have to create the content. And you need a lot of content. I mean, Google is not really going to send traffic to a site that has one page. You need a ton of content. And that's the key of authority sites. There's a ton of content, constantly being new content added, because that's something that nobody ever talks about. Google doesn't like old sites. Google likes sites that have new content, updated content, fresh content. Those are the sites that get the traffic from Google. Again, we have to make Google happy. We have to give them what they want, or else they're not going to give us what we want, which is the traffic. So let me go and show you how to build a page with AI Authority Builder. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Site Pages. You can see all the pages that I've created. I'm going to click on New Page. It's going to ask me for a couple of things. The first thing it's going to ask me for is the page title. Now, for this particular demo, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a money page. I can go ahead and create a content page if I wanted to, but I like money pages. Money pages make me money. So I'm going to go ahead and create a money page. I'm going to enter in the best. Let's do this. Let's do a money page. The best low cost wood jointer. All right. So we're going to talk about a wood joiner. Now, you don't need to know what a wood joiner is. It's a tool. And in order to go ahead and make money with that, I'm going to use an Amazon. Again, we could use other different monetization methods. You can use ClickBank, you can use JVZoo, Warrior Plus, whatever suits your particular niche. Since I have a woodworking site, it makes sense for me to use tools and be authorities, an affiliate for tools such as on Amazon. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over to Amazon. I'm going to look up a jointer. This is a wood jointer, and I'm going to grab the URL from here. Grab this URL. And go back over to Authority Builder. Now in page topic, instead of entering the topic of what I wanted to write about, like I would on a money site or on an authority site, I'm going to enter in the URL, and I'm going to say that's my page topic. I want to change this to product review. And normally I would go ahead and I would put in my Amazon affiliate link, but I'm just going to put a link into the product. I'm going to put my text, click here to buy, and I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. That's it. Now what's happening right now is AI Authority Builder is using AI, it's using ChatGPT to check the page. It's scanning the page. It's reading all the highlights of the page. It's reading the reviews on the page. It's reading all the content on that page, and it's making me a review of that particular product. Brenda says, Brett's audio is very echoey. If you have a mic, it would be better. I do actually have a very expensive mic, Brenda. It's just the room that I'm in is very bare. I'm kind
if
of
you had a smaller house, Brett, we would have less of an echo. Can you move to a smaller house, please? Your house is way too big.
It is. And my home office is in my finished basement, and I have literally no furnishings in it, just a desk. So the problem is that my mic is so good that it picks up my echo. I'll move it closer away from the wall.
Brenda, he lives pretty much, he works in a man cave, pretty much.
Yeah.
He works.
Sorry about the echo, Brenda. I would actually be better off with a generic mic that didn't pick it up.
She says, laugh out, LOL, I understand that. But luckily, we're not talking about audio creation software here today. That's the good thing.
So you can see, actually, my review is done, by the way. In the time we're talking, AI Authority Builder created my review of this particular product here on Amazon. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. There's my review. Okay, and it's a complete review. Look at this. This is not like some kind of crappy review. It scanned all of the content on that page. It has key features. It has the pros. It has the cons. It even looked up things that people said in the comments and the reviews of that product. and integrated that inside of my particular review page. Now I have a full, very well written review. I mean, normally this would have taken me a ton of time. It took seconds. Now I have a couple of options here. I can do things like change text. I can enter in custom code if I want to have pop-ups, things like that. But I'm not going to do any of that. I talk about all that in the tutorials. One thing I do like to do though is I like to add an image to my products. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to open image in a new tab. I'm going to go ahead and save this to my computer. I already have it set to my computer. Save it again. I'm going to go back over here to AI Authority Builder, and I like to go ahead and put in images. So I'm going to go ahead and add an image here. I'll upload this image. Let's choose this file. Send it to the server. And it's a little big, so we'll make it a little smaller. We'll say 400 pixels. We'll align it to the left, and we'll put a little border around it. Okay. Now let's go ahead and save that. Exit. Close these pages back up. And let's go ahead and check out our page now. Go back to the page. You can see here's the list of all my pages. This is my newest page, the best low-cost wood joiner. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And now look at that. In that time, I have a fully written review of this product. Now, again, if people click on the click here to buy, it takes them over to Amazon. And if they pick it up, I'll get a commission. Well, I wouldn't get a commission if I use my affiliate.
Right, I'm gonna interject there for a second. I mean, that's just really cool. The fact that if you were gonna do that yourself, let's say I sat down at my computer and I'm a fairly decent writer. It would take me, in order to like look at the product, understand all the features, go down through everything, rewrite everything here, and have it like so nice. It would probably, for me, and I'm fast, it would take couple hours to do something like that. And I'm fast at it. Other people might take longer. Maybe you would take, I don't know how long it would take you to do it. But that would take time to do something like that. Especially you said it integrates with like the comments that people do as well. Like you're going to read the comments, you're going to mess things up. The AI doesn't mess things up.
That's right. If you actually look at this, it talks about, you can see it says it's a large table. The spacious 6 1/4 by 28, 9 1/4 inch table. It has details of the product. Then I would have to take notes. I would have to write down, oh, it has a 10 amp motor. That's right. It has a 6 1/4 inch wide table. That's right. This is the model number. That's right. This is the things that people like, and people, I would have to take notes, read the entire page, take notes on the entire page, then rewrite all that content. Then after I rewrite all that content, I probably have to check it like 12 times, because anybody who's ever read any of my content knows that why I'm good at math and science, I suck at spelling and grammar.
You're awful at
I would
spelling.
have to fix all that. And it would be a serious pain. I mean, AI is so much faster than people will ever be, because let's be honest, computers are faster than us, and AI is perfect. There's no grammar errors. There's no spelling errors.
Going to interject here, Brett. Brenda says, wow, what a time saver. ML Ray says, why are the links at the bottom of the page? And it's funny, he's got the links down there because like after people are going to read through the content and then they're going to actually purchase. The click here to buy button, I think he's asking about. But you can also, in the software, you can make it so that specific words will link up to where, like your affiliate link as well. So if you wanted to make like powerful motor, or every time it said the keyword for the product, you can actually make it so it will highlight that as a link there as well, which is kind of a cool thing.
This feature right here, Mike. Let's go ahead and
on the actual site page, yeah.
So you're talking about this. I go ahead and change the word jointer to that link right there, and I'll save that. And now the word jointer, every time it appears, is a link as well, which is a monetization link. But yes, the main button is on the bottom because you want people to read the content, and then you want them to click the link. Remember, in all things, you always give a little first, and then you ask people. So you give them a nice review of the product, and then if they're interested, you say, here you go, would you like to buy it?
Freddie says this is great. It even formats the content. Brenda's asking about the menu placement. Does the menu always go at the bottom, Brett, or are there other formats, other templates for that?
Yeah, no, there's other templates. So if I go over here and this page here.
And everyone, I'm gonna take questions at the end, just so you know if I don't get to your question right here, because we've got a little bit left to show you here.
let's say I change this to template 1 instead, I'll go to settings and also automatically it will change. See, now I have another template. And there are several different templates. I just happen to like that template.
Also, they're asking, are they self-updating? And they're not going to really they're not designed to self-update, but when you add more content on, it will update your sitemap, it will update the links on the side there. That will self-update for you. But this isn't designed to like a review on this 2-blade benchtop jointer is not going to change from today until next year, until maybe the next new jointer comes out, and then you want to make a review about that product. So it's not really like changeable content.
Yeah, no, the content doesn't change on its own. What you do is, and I talk about this, I actually have a tutorial talking about this inside of the to use the software inside of the system. But what your job then becomes, it's very quick to create content. You see it takes a couple seconds. What I suggest people do is every day or two, you wake up, you have your coffee, tell AI to make a new page. This is what you would normally do, you know, if you were running an authority site. You wake up in the morning or maybe in the evening when you have a few minutes, you would go ahead and you would create a new page. Except for normally it wouldn't be a few minutes, it would be a few hours. Here you can do this in 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Add a new page every couple of days, constantly updating your site, constantly building up your authority, constantly building up your content so that you get more and more traffic from Google, you have more and more monetization pages, and you have more and more authority pages. The only difference is with this system, instead of spending 3 hours a day or 3 hours every couple of days doing it, you're going to spend 30 seconds every couple of days doing it. I know personally, I would rather spend 30 seconds than 3 hours. Susie said, how many templates are there? I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
She says, how many templates are there and can we upload our own? No, you cannot upload a template, says Susie. That wouldn't even really make sense because how would you know how to integrate with my software? But there are 3 different templates. You can change the look though by changing the templates or the layout. You can change the look by adding, you know, the different textures in the background, the different images in the background, the different colors in the background. So while there are 3 different layouts, I mean, the possibilities for the way your site could look is unlimited.
I'm going to take a couple more questions and then I'm going to move on. And then I'm going to, at the end, I'm going to open it up for more questions. Susie did ask about the URL that it sits on. If you pick up what we're talking about today, you're going to be able to either use our URL, our domain to use this, or you can even put it on your own domains if you want to. So that's an option for what we're going to be talking about today. But yeah, Brett, is there anything else that you wanted to show before we send it back to me?
Yeah, this a couple of things. A couple quick questions I want to answer. First person says, is there a WordPress plugin version for this? No, there's not. It wouldn't make sense from a tech perspective. Can this be integrated into existing websites? Wayne asks, no, that wouldn't work either. Just from a tech perspective, that just wouldn't even make sense. It's not a bad question because you don't know the tech, but it wouldn't make sense. And another person asked about traffic. Can they show any traffic stats? Because that's something, let's be honest, that's what we want. So we're going to go ahead and look at some traffic stats. So this is my 3D printing site right here. And I mean, I like 3D printing, so I put up a couple of posts on 3D printing. Most of these sites here that I created were actually just me testing. I always have to test the software myself before I even let the beta testers test it. And then when they test it, then and if it works well, then we finally sell it. We actually have been testing it with beta testers for the last month as well. So if I go ahead and click on the 3D printing site, you can see in the last week, this page, I don't even know where this traffic came from because this is just a test site. Like somehow Google found this and started sending me traffic to it. I got 100 hits to this site. Now, I haven't published this site. I haven't really done anything to it. I haven't tried to get any traffic to it. And I got 100 hits in the last week, 100 free visitors. And you can actually see, it'll actually show you per day. It'll show you the number of visits you get, and it will break it down by page so you can see which pages are getting you the most traffic. Incidentally, and this is kind of cool, my Ender 3 review page is getting the most traffic. That's a money page. So the page that's getting the most traffic is the money page. Now, what are the users, the beta testers? We have about 200 beta testers. In order to properly develop a software, you have to let other people besides yourself use it first so they can find bugs that you never thought of. We had 200 beta testers. And I decided to see what kind of results they're getting. So what I did was I put a live counter on the website. So if I actually go over here to AI Authority Builder, this is a live counter. This updates every single time somebody visits one of the sites built with AI Authority Builder. And in the last 30 days, actually closer to 35 days, I think it was, people using this, the beta testers have gotten 55,359 hits to their sites. Now, some of those were themselves, let's be honest, visiting their own sites, okay, but it wasn't 55,000, I promise you that. That's Mike, you ready to jump back into it?
I am. Someone was asking how old that site is that you showed there.
How old it is?
Yeah, that site that you showed with all the traffic on it, like that's a new site.
I think I built this about 60 days ago. I started building it. Honestly, for the first like 2 weeks, it didn't work right because I was still developing it. Again, this is a site that I built when I was testing the software. So about 60 days ago is when I started doing my initial testing of this software.
That's incredible that you can. I mean, if you try to do something like this on your own, getting traffic within like the first 3 months is usually a difficult thing. That's incredible.
Well, there's 55,000 site visitors in the last month from our beta testers. I mean,
that's amazing.
Really awesome. How do you get content ideas? Colin, I'll answer that real quick. I spoke about that in the beginning. You should make a site based around a topic that you're interested in. I'm assuming there's something in the world that you're interested in, something that you like, whether it's, it could be anything, it could be fishing, anything, crocheting. I mean, and how do you get content? Well, you just talk about something you like. That's it.
And what we'll do is we'll talk about that at the end. We actually have something that's added on that I think you guys are going to like. For any of you that are like, oh, how am I going to set this up? How am I going to, what kind of niche should I do? What kind of content should I do? I think you're going to like what I have to share with you today. So, Brett, do you want to send it back?
Yeah, let me send it back over to you here. Actually, just take it back, Mike, because I don't know how to use
it. I'm going to make myself the presenter. Okay. Cool. I think you guys can see my screen now. Awesome. Okay. So, guys, that's our simple yet powerful AI Authority Builder software. And the thing that makes this even more amazing is that we already have beta testers getting results here. And when I made this slide, you can actually see the traffic here. It was at 50,700. And now it's, I think Brett just showed you, it's at like 55,000. So it's going up, going up, going up. We can't even stop the traffic from coming in here. Now, of course, we have something super special for you today for attending this webinar. Normally, AI Authority Builder, if you were to just purchase the front end product that would be on the original sales page, would give you 3 authority websites and 5 pages of content each on those sites. And then after that, you would get offered all the different upgrades separately. But many of our customers have told us that they prefer getting all the upgrades together and not going through an annoying sales funnel. And so, of course, we're going to do that. And if we offered it at a special price, so of course we listened, and we're going to offer that to you today. So on this call, we're going to be giving you the exclusive opportunity to get the AI Authority Builder bundle discount and save a ton of money on it in the process. So with this, you're going to get access to the AI Authority Builder software, the most advanced AI-powered website builder ever created that Brett just showed you inside of this demo. You're also going to get the ability to create unlimited websites. You're going to be able to create unlimited content on each site, so no restrictions on how many money pages you can build, how many authority pages you can build. Also, you're not going to have any branding on our sites, which is something that Brett wasn't able to show you inside of the demo. But normally what we have on each site is at the bottom, there's a logo and a link back to us. And that's because we have different fees that we need to pay. We have server fees, we have AI fees, and that's designed in order to pay that. If you buy the bundle today, you will have no branding, no links on your site. It will be clean, and all the traffic will stay with you. And you can also add the site to your own domain. So if you are happy using our domain, if that's something that you want to do, that's fine. But for those of you that want to put it on your own domain name, you have that option to do it. Also, on top of that, you're going to get access to our team accounts. Now, this is a $297 upgrade. The first upgrade, by the way, the Pro upgrade, is a $197 upgrade. This is a $297 upgrade. This will allow you to create unlimited accounts to AI Authority Builder that you can sell or even give away to people. This means that if you've got virtual assistants working for you that you want to give accounts to, if you want to go out there and actually sell this, if you're excited about it and you want to make, you could even make a whole authority website about artificial intelligence, about AI, and the way that you monetize it could be by selling AI Authority Builder right on that site, and you would be able to sell it and keep 100% of any money that you make actually selling that. So it's a really cool upgrade, something that I'm really excited about. On top of that, you're going to have access to the live coaching on how to actually make money with authority websites. This is a $97 upgrade. You're going to be able to learn exactly how, like, what niches to go into. You're going to learn like what kind of content to create, what kind of monetization methods work best, things that are working best for us and for others that are building authority sites. It's really going to be a great booster for those that are a little bit kind of confused about how to do this. You're going to have that extra boost there with that. So the actual price of AI Authority Builder with all the upgrades is $638, but you can save $391 today and get the entire sales funnel for the special price of $247 right now if you buy on this call. You're just going to go to aiauthoritybuilder.com/bundle. Brett, if you can go ahead and put that in the chat for these folks so they can check that out. And you're going to want to use, there's a discount code. I think Brett's got a different one on the page, but you can also use this one right here, SAVE50 at checkout. If you use that discount code at checkout, you're not going to be paying that $297 for it that it's normally listed as. You're going to be paying $247 for this during this special launch period. I'm telling you right now, this is not going to last. This is going to be taken down. If you know myself and you know Brett, you know that when we say that we're going to remove stuff, we actually do. And sometimes we get people that are angry with us in our support desk because we'll say that we're going to remove something and we actually do, and they'll be like, "Oh, I thought that it was you guys were like everyone else that have a timer on pages and you say you're gonna remove it and then you just let it stay open." No, we are going to stick to our guns, and if you're going to get it, make sure that you don't wait on it. But wait, there's more. Isn't that a great line? I love that. On top of all this, when you get AI Authority Builder today, we're going to give you some special bonuses. The first one is AI Image Pro. Now, this is a software that Brett built himself. Look, Brett's actually built another software that he actually uses himself that will allow you to create images using AI. And you could essentially use these images in order to put on your sites. It's a done for you AI image maker. On top of that, he's going to give you access to his Blocks software. So you're going to have access to that as well. So you can build mobile responsive pop-ups to add to your sites and pages. So if you want to go and give people second chances to buy products or maybe opt into an opt-in page, you can use this in order to do that. And you're going to get access to Let's Mail, which is a self-hosted full-featured autoresponder. So if you want to build an email list so that you can be able to contact people over and over and over again, you're going to get that as well. All of these are going to be included as a special thank you when you purchase during the launch period. But I'm going to tell you this as well. When you get this, you want to claim your bonuses immediately, as sometimes, if I know Brett, he will actually remove the bonuses after the launch. So just make sure you go in there and you claim your bonuses as well before the launch period ends. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Brett can be an enigma sometimes, but we'll see. However, this is a limited time offer. It really is. We're not just saying that. Again, if you know us, you know we're not BSing that. Now is your only chance to get an amazing one-time deal, and when we take it down, it will be gone forever. So just go to aiauthoritybuilder.com/bundle. You can use the discount code SAVE50 at checkout to get that $50 discount. And again, you're going to be getting everything included here. You get the front end offer that we showed you here, the offer that we had on the sales page that Brett was showing you about. You get access to unlimited websites, no branding on your sites. You can add the sites to your own domain, unlimited content on each site. You get the team account upgrade, which is an amazing upgrade that you're going to be able to actually sell or give away accounts, and you get access to the special training. We're gonna actually teach you how to get traffic and to make money with this. This is an amazing offer, and I'm really excited that we're able to present this to you today. Thanks to Brett, and yeah, I'm excited. Let me know in the comments here who's in. I'm always excited to hear who's as excited about this as I am. Awesome. Terrence says he's in. John says he's in. Awesome. Teresa, congratulations. Burnett says she's in. Congratulations, Burnett. Glad to have you on here. Sorry, I can't read your name, but you're in. Andy says he missed the first part of the webinar. Does it do it for SEO and traffic? Yeah, Andy, the whole idea behind this is that you don't have to do any SEO yourself, and it's designed to bring in traffic. So I'm a he. Oh, sorry, Burnett. I'm glad that you're in though. Let's see here. Lynn says yes. Awesome, Lynn. Glad to have you in here as well. John says, okay, awesome. Congratulations. Glad to have you in here. Yeah, I've got some questions coming in here as well. I'm going to take these here in a second. If you guys can bear with me here. Let me see. Awesome. Sorry. Can I build authority sites for local businesses? Frank, building authority websites for local business, you could definitely do that. Like you could go out there and build a site around a specific niche for a local business. Like that's something you could build a local directory of a local area. I think Brett wanted to say something.
I'm sorry?
I thought you wanted to say something. I heard your microphone come on.
Yeah, no, I'm going to answer some other questions. You answer this one, it's fine.
But yeah, you can do that. Go ahead, Brett.
Yeah, what you want to do is when you're going to build an authority site, a local business is not, it's not the topic of your site, it's the monetization method of your site. So for example, if I was going to build a site for a restaurant, say a hamburger joint or a cheesesteak place, which incidentally I own a cheesesteak place, I wouldn't make my site about the business. I would make a site about hamburgers and food and make a foodie site, and then use the local business.
About that. Makes sense.
Angel says, does this work in English language or can you create in Spanish language? Angel, I believe that ChatGPT can create Spanish text. I do not speak Spanish, so I can't test that. I can't test other languages. I can only test English. Because of that, I'm not going to say, yes, it works in Spanish, because for all I know, what's coming out is gibberish. So I know that's not a great answer, but that's the best answer I can give as a person that is not bilingual.
I've seen people do stuff in other languages before. It can be a little bit different, but I mean, you could try it out. I mean, you could always build a. Yeah, you have to test it for that. If you want to pick it up and test it for that, you're welcome to. You can take it for a test drive. Let's see here, no problem. Brenda says that she's in. Congratulations, Brenda. I think it's Angel says I'll try and I'll tell you. Yeah, just let us know how it works. I mean, even if it doesn't work for Spanish, you might want to just keep it because it's pretty cool software. To be honest with you. John says, just confirming what is done about hosting. I prefer using my own. We will host it for you if you want us to, John. But if you want to put it on your own domain and have the website show up on your own domain, you can. So if you want to use your own links, you definitely can for that. Ed says, I'm in, by the way. Fred says, I'm in. Congratulations. Sorry if I missed your I'm in. I'm getting a ton of them here. Okay, Brian says, how should the Amazon disclaimer be worded? Brian, if I were you for the Amazon disclaimer, I would just go and look at, like, if you do a quick Google search for like Amazon disclaimer, you could probably find something for that and just put it on there. Like, I'm sure they've got a template for what you can use.
I'm pretty lazy. You know, what I would do is I put in the bottom, I'd be like, hey guys, just so you know, if you click a link and it takes you to a product, it's an affiliate link. Thanks. That's it.
I mean, that's what they want. That's what they want.
Tells them that you're clicking an affiliate link. It doesn't have to be some legal document. Yeah, just it's an affiliate link, guys. That's a disclaimer.
James says I'm in. Richard says I'm in. Ed says I'm in. Oh wait, sorry, Ed. I think you said please explain something. I didn't see that. So if you want to put that in there, I'll be happy to answer it.
That's something I wanted to answer, Mike. I was waiting for him to come back around. I
didn't see it
earlier. If you don't mind, I'd like to answer it, Ed.
Go for it.
Ed, you don't drive traffic. That's work. Driving traffic. Who wants to do that work? What you do is you have AI add content for you. You let Google send you traffic. Remember what I talked about earlier when I was doing the demo. Google wants to send traffic to sites that have new, fresh, updated content. So what you do is keep having AI post new, fresh, updated content to your site and let Google do it for you.
Wayne says, will Google be able to detect that this is AI generated content?
Maybe. But I don't think it really matters because Google says on their blog that they don't care about AI.
And that's the thing. Google doesn't care about content that is AI created. They just want content that is helping users. So if your content is good content created, which this is, then you're fine. If you were going to go out there and use some gobbledygook, just random words about stuff and put it on a page, they wouldn't want that. That's not what they would want. But this is designed to create content that the search engines like.
I'm willing to bet that you're asking that question, Wayne, because you heard that Google doesn't like AI generated content. And I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that you heard that from somebody that wanted to sell you a product. Right? But the truth is, AI that Google doesn't, it literally says right on their blog that we don't care about AI content. We care about quality. We don't care where it comes from.
Can I use my own domain? Yes, you can. If you get the bundle, yes, you can. If you pick this up, you can use your own domain. Does Google frown on authority sites with chat boxes or video? No, Brian. Chat boxes or videos are fine for authority sites. I've never ever heard of Google not liking chat boxes or video on a site. So you're able to add in, if you want to add them in, you can, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Neither way have I heard any positive or negative on it. So it's up to you what you want to do. Yeah, this started at 9 a.m. Sorry, Amy. I'll have a replay a little bit later if you need to watch it, but we're happy to answer any questions. Brian says, I'm in. Congratulations, Brian. Glad to have you on. Herwig says, when is the training? Because I'm in. The training most likely will be next couple days here. We'll let you know. We'll send you out a message about that.
As soon as you log in, you should see a sign up for the training. I've already set up the call.
Oh, nice.
If you don't see that, send me a support ticket, but you should be seeing that.
Amy says, great, thanks. Yes, you can, Fred. You can use your own domain. I think we've answered that a couple times. Devon asks, how long do we have again for the replay and offer? There should be a timer on that page, Diane. So as long as you get it before that timer runs out, you should be fine, but don't wait long, because a lot of people say, oh, I'll get it later, and then the timer runs out, or they open up their computer and the timer was wrong because they shut their computer down and the timer kept running and they thought they still had time. Get it. If you're going to get it, don't take too long, because when we close it, we will actually close it.
Yeah, that's something I want everybody to please understand. I get it. People in this space, they see big timers all the time. They see people, they reset timers and they I'm going to shut this down, and then 2 months later, they're still selling it. Guys, I'm going to charge monthly for this. at some point. You see, my products don't disappear. After the launch, I do a launch, I get some initial users, honestly make them a little bit of compensation for creating the software, and then I change my products over to monthly. I will shut down the bundle offer as soon as the timer ends. The timer ends on midnight. I will be sitting at my desk at 11:50 waiting for midnight so I can shut it off.
He really will. I think he fell asleep one time. One time
I
he
did.
fell asleep.
I fell asleep and I got teased by it. Like I had, and another marketer's like, "Hey, Brett, what the heck you doing? It's 12:15." I was like, "Oh, woke up and shut it off."
That was funny. Let's see here. Alan says, I'm in. Congratulations, Alan. So we are getting a couple other bonuses too. The bonuses I showed you, those are the ones that you're getting through us. So those will all be inside of the software for you. Can I use this to make lead gen sites, or is this only for review type sites? You could, I mean, it depends what kind of leads you're looking for, Wayne. Like, I don't know what kind of a niche you're in. So that's a little bit tough for me to answer. But I mean, you can generate leads. Go ahead, Brett.
Lynn says 14-day refund. Question. Starts today or starts after we get the training? Lynn, for the software, the 14-day refund starts right now. And if you use it, I give a 14-day refund. Honestly, those questions get me a little scared because people like want to know how long they can use my software before requesting a refund. I do give a refund period, 14 days. I feel giving people 2 weeks is plenty of time to decide if this is something that suits their need. I will say this though, the training, if you come to the training, we're not going to give you a refund. You don't get to come to the training and us teach you live how to make money with sites and then say, oh, I want my money back. So if you're thinking, and I'm not making an accusation, but if you're thinking you're going to come to the training and then ask for a refund, then maybe this just isn't for you.
Fred says, I love the fact that we don't have to come up with prompts for the content. And for those of you that don't know what like prompts are, those are the things that you actually put into the AI software in order to get it to come up with something specific. So a lot of times people will actually sell these prompts, and there are AI engineers and different websites and all these different things. It's a huge thing now because AI is amazing, but if you've ever tried to log into something like ChatGPT and use it, most people go in there and they write something like, write me an article. And it writes them something, but it's not really that great. Like, you have to really give the AI specific instructions on what you want. And it can range from things like the tonality of the piece of content, from the length of it to, do you want it to be like little chunks of content? Do you want paragraphs? How do you want it to be formatted? So many different things, so many variables that come in there. So this is what makes this software unique and really helpful, is that you don't have to worry about how you don't have to know how AI works in order to get great results from this, which is a real service that Brett's done here. Is it considered a backlink if I put my same topic YouTube video in my authority site? If you link from your YouTube video to your authority site, it could be seen as doing a backlink, but I'm going to tell you right now, Brian, that's not something that we do. It could be considered a backlink if you're saying like back to your YouTube video. Yeah, it would be seen as a backlink. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, you're doing something a little bit out of the scope of this, but yes, you could do that. You can link to your YouTube video if that's something you want to do. Robert says, I'm all in. Congratulations, Robert. Happy to have you on. No worries, Burnett. That's fine.
Yeah, Burnett, there are bonuses there. You get my image creator. He was asking about that.
I logged in, but I do not see the bonuses or a place to enter my email. Herwig, if you have issues, feel free to put in a support desk. It should be fine. I don't know if you're logged into the software, if you're logged into JVZoo. You might just be logged into JVZoo.
Yeah, send them the support ticket. I'll put it in the chat. Well, it should be in your receipt email as well. Send us a support ticket. I answer them myself.
James says, what do you recommend I do first? I recommend you come to the training.
No, actually, the first thing I recommend you do, Herwig, is the first thing is sign up for the training. The second thing is watch the tutorial videos. I know that nobody likes to watch tutorial videos. There's about as fun as reading the instructions. But the first thing I suggest to do is sign up for the training. And the second thing is watch the tutorial videos.
Ed says, how do the sites get indexed in Google, or how does Google know the site exists so I get traffic? Ed, we'll cover that. This is one of those things. Some of these questions we'll cover in the training. So I'm going to leave that one for the training. So please attend. And if you can't, for those of you that can't attend the live training, we will have a replay for it as well. So don't worry if you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I'm going to be able to attend it or not. We're going to have a replay for it. So you'll be able to access that in your own time. Okay, Ed sent an email. Okay, Brett's in. If I know Brett, Brett's in the support desk right now, looking at support tickets. I'm sure. How many live trainings? Just one, Ed. We don't need to overcomplicate this for you. It's not about wasting your time and having you come to 15 different trainings when we can just do it in one for you. So I mean, there's not much more as far as like creating the content goes. It's not like we have to teach you how to write content or anything like that. It really makes it really easy and simple using the software. But we added on this extra training because we know that some of you would like to have a little bit more hand holding, and that's fine. I would appreciate it as well. Sometimes you get a tool and you don't really we have tutorials, of course, that teach you how to use it inside of the members area, but some people want a more advanced training, and that's why we offered that in there, especially with the bundle. You're going to have access there. Let's see here. Rob, you're going to probably need to upgrade if you want to do that. I don't know what level you got. You can put in a support ticket into Brett, Rob. Alan, I think there's a link right inside the members area for that. So just check out that as far as the timing goes on that. Awesome, Rob. 10 a.m.
Susie says, I want to answer Susie real quick, Mike. She says, Brett, I purchased the name of one of my other products back in June, but it seems to have disappeared online. Have you closed it? The sales page, Susie, if you bought during launch, yes, I closed that. It's over. You mean the product itself? No, it's up and live and active and running right now. If you forgot the URL for the software, you can send a support ticket and I'll send it over to you. But no, my products don't disappear.
Yeah, its products are online for you.
Do you guys see that you see that banner on the bottom of the bonus page with the timer on it? You know, that little. This is something that I like to tell people. I wrote that 11 years ago. And I sold it. I launched it, and I've been using it and maintaining it for 11 years.
That's a long time, Brett.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Time went fast, didn't it?
We're getting old.
Yeah, we are. I got no hair and a gray beard now.
You know, we're same. We're I don't know. This business taking a toll on us, I guess. Let's see here. What are the questions that we have? Joanne says, did all the beta users make money with their site, or does it depend on the niche? Joanne, we don't ask them about money that they've made, and I'm going to tell you, no, all of them did not make money with their sites. Like, a lot of people will test things and not do anything with it. People will, like, have you ever bought a tool and never used it? I have. If I look in my office right here, I've got all kinds of stuff that I bought. I bought a Canon camera that and like all these lenses and stuff, and I never used them. So it's their fault that I don't have any pictures hung up here, right? I never used it. So it's my fault that I didn't do anything with it. So no, all the beta testers did not make money because not all the beta testers took action with it. But at the same time, we don't ask people about how much money that they're making. We are able to see that there's traffic coming in. And in my experience, if you want to make money online, you need traffic. And that's going to be the key thing that you need in order to monetize that. I hope that answers your question. Brian says, one more question. I noticed several links at the bottom of Brett's example. Were those links to other related sites? I believe you're talking about the links that were to his other pieces of content on the site, Brian, and those are links to internal links, which is one of the things about authority websites is that Google loves it when you internally link your site. So if you've got content that's like linked all around to each other, they love that kind of stuff. And a great example of that is Wikipedia. If you look at Wikipedia, they link like crazy to content throughout. Like if you look on a Wikipedia article and it talks about, maybe you're reading something about World War II, and then they talk about some person, some figure there, Winston, they talk about Winston Churchill, they're going to have a link over to Winston Churchill as well. And then they have a link to England and a link to Poland. And I don't know, I'm not going to get too into my World War II buffness here, but it links all around. So that's something that you can do with these sites as well. And Brett's made that internally possible. Joanne says, makes sense. Awesome. I'm glad that I made sense. Frank says, can you briefly explain the team accounts? Brett, can you kind of explain the team accounts a little bit more to them so they kind of understand how that works? If Brett's still here. I guess not. I guess he can't. Well, when he comes back. Oh, there you are. Could you explain how the whole team account thing works to them, and just so they can have an idea of how that works?
Yeah. I got to answer this one real quick. Diane says, what is your hosting account? What is your hosting cost? I have several dedicated servers, so I spend about $11,000 a year.
Whoa.
That's my hosting cost, but I have a lot of cloud-based software. I think what you really mean is what would the hosting cost be for you if you wanted to get your own domain, in which case it would be, I mean, there's cheap hosting available for $3 a month. Okay. Yeah. I would actually suggest you go over to check out HostGator. They've got like baby plans, they're like $3 a month, maybe even cheaper sometimes if you get a deal. Okay, can you please explain the team accounts? Okay, team accounts are, a lot of people have asked me, I want to give account, I'm going to give an account to, my VA or my assistant, or can I give an account to my wife so she can use the software as well? How do I do that? So team accounts just is what it sounds like. It allows you to create accounts for other people. So you go to your team account section, you enter in an email address, and you enter in a password, and that person can now log in and use the software as if they bought it. So you're basically giving accounts away to other people.
Can we put multiple sites on the same domain?
That would not be a good idea, even from a SEO point of view.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that. But I mean, if you want to, you can make multiple sites and host them with us and have them on our domain. Or if you want to have ones on your own, if you want to have your own domain, you can maybe pick a couple of the sites that you want to do and put them on separate domains if you want to. That's an option, by the way, for those because we had customers that asked us how, like, if they could put the sites on their own domain. So that's why we added that in there. So for those of you that want to do that type of thing, you can. But it's up to you if you want to do that or not. That's your choice. Okay. How many accounts can we sell, and do they get their own separate login? So for the team accounts, Brett, is there any limit on how many accounts they can sell?
No, I mean, you can create accounts for as many people as you want. I will say this, though, just being completely honest and transparent. Those people will get front-end access, and they will be offered to upgrade if they want to. And I have to pay for the server somehow. So you're not going to get a bundle deal like you did. But you're going to be able to create as many accounts for people that you.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to give them away. The thing that you're going to be paying $247 for, you can't give that away to people. That wouldn't be fair to the other people that paid $247. Fred says, I'm getting this right? I must buy my own hosting in order to have my own domain name. Fred, yes. If you want to host this, if you want to host this on your own, you do need to have your own hosting. Correct, Brett, right? I'm not, Brett's the tech guy, not me.
Well, yeah, and again, you're saying the word must, which I think Mike had said several times. You have the option. You can use your own domain, or you can use ours. If you use your own domain, then yes, you need hosting. That's your choice.
Okay. Susie said you've got a support ticket in there.
Susie, I answered you already.
Okay. Yeah, go check your email, Susie. Brett's already got you. Kevin says, I got on late. Am I using my own OpenAI account or yours? Kevin, we are paying all that for you. You don't need an OpenAI account. We are doing all the AI stuff for you. You don't need an API key. You don't need to give them your credit card. We got you covered. And when I say we, I mean Brett. Brett's going to pay for it for you. Thanks, Brett. Let's see here. You're welcome, Susie. For those of you that thought the webinar started earlier, we got a few people on here that said that. I will be sending out a replay. So if you missed it, I'll send that out to you as well. Yep, Dale, I'll send you one out. Don't worry. If you were signed up to the webinar, I'll send it out to the same email address that you signed up to the webinar for. Can I use the software on as many domains that I have and sell? You can use it on as many domains. Yeah, you can use it on as many domains that you want. There's no limit on how many. You have unlimited domains. You can do what you want with that, Gav. Diane says, nice. Okay, thank you. Joanne, I'm not 100% sure about that, but you can, if you are concerned about that, you can definitely put it on your own domain. So you can check with that. No, Herwig, you do not. That would make it impossible for us to be able to do that. But you are able to give it away. Let's see here. Lynn says, thanks, I'm in. Can't wait for the training. This is an amazing deal. You're welcome, Lynn. I think we covered that one. I'm trying to get through all your questions, guys. Oh, this is a good question, and we'll cover this in the training. Colin says, how long does the site take to rank in Google? Colin, that's impossible for us to answer. Everything's going to be different, and we'll cover that kind of stuff definitely in the training. Danny says, I'm in. I think I've gotten to most of your questions. Will it do reviews for new products? Yes, Mike, it will do reviews of new products for sure. Do reviews of old products. Awesome. I think I've got to most of these. I'm going to clear out the questions. Is it white label? No, it is not white label. You can't just take it and put your own logo on the software and resell it. So that would be a no. It's hard. The reason why we also don't do that, Jean-Luc, is because Brett does all the support for his software. And if he allowed someone to, like, people to white label and put their own name on the actual like software and stuff, he would be getting support tickets for like Jean-Luc's AI site and have no idea what they're talking about. And how is he going to support that? So it'd be really, really hard to do that. Let's see here. Awesome, congratulations. We got a few more people that are in. For those of you that are on the fence, I'm curious if you have anything that is stopping you from picking this up here today, let me know. I'm happy to help you with that, whether you're going to actually purchase it or not. If there's something that is kind of holding you back, let me know, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Like, don't be shy. I won't bite. Kevin says, if I was by chance to scale this big and sell or give away sites, is there an option to use my or my customer's OpenAI account so I do not have to have Brett's expense to go through the roof? That's nice of you, Kevin. That's really nice of you not to want to spend Brett's money, but this is part of the deal here today. So one of the reasons why, like, we make our money here when we sell this package. This is where we make our money, and any money that you make after that by selling or giving away the sites, that's where you get to thrive with this. So thank you for being nice about that, but we're able to cover all of those expenses. That's nice of you, though. Amy says only on the fence because I want to watch a replay. Okay, that's fine, Amy. I'll send that out to you when this is done. No, Alan, that shouldn't be like that. Let's see here. Ed says, don't get how I'm going to get the site to rank and make me money. Ed, we'll cover that right inside the training, which is why we added that training in there, so that for people like you that might be a little confused about that aspect of it, we'll be covering that all in the training. Just came in late, waiting for the replay. That's fine. If you buy the commercial now, can I upgrade later to the bundle? No. If you can either get the bundle, and if you purchase the bundle, and I can show you, I'll show you this. If you go in there right now and you go and you purchase like the front end offer, and then you want to upgrade to the pro version, that's going to be $197 to upgrade just to the pro version. Then if you want to upgrade to the team accounts, that's going to be $297 extra to upgrade to the team accounts. And then if you want to add on the Make Money Online training, that's $97. So, I mean, you can go through the sales funnel if you want to, but it's going to cost you a ton more. It makes much more sense if you're going to get any of the upgrades just to go ahead and get this bundle discount right now. That's going to make much more sense for you. And we've done that to save you guys money and to make it a lot easier. Okay, Kevin, I'll send that out. Okay, Timothy, if you put in a support ticket to Brett, he'll help you out with that. Kevin, Brett, if I host this myself, is it an HTML PHP site or can I use WordPress? It's not a WordPress one, Kevin. You're going to upload the files to your server.
You're going to upload a PHP file, a single PHP file. You can't use this inside of WordPress.
The idea is to make this as easy as possible and not have to deal with like WordPress and WordPress installation. And in fact, WordPress can actually have a lot of limitations for it. It's from what I've heard about it, and Brett knows a lot more about this than I do. I think it wasn't originally designed to do as much as it actually does today, as far as the different software and plugins that have come out to make it do what it was. It's come a long way from the beginning. So it's going to be a lot cleaner if you use the way that Brett's designed. I think I'm right about that. Maybe Susie, not.
She says, I tried to log in, but it says there's no camera. I'm assuming you're talking about the support ticket, Susie. It's kind of unfair for you to expect me to stop this call and give you support on another software. Please use the support desk.
Yeah, Susie, if you've got anything else there, like if you're trying to get access to some other software, go ahead and put a support ticket in, and we'll help you out there. Brett will be happy to help you out. Just make sure you give him access to your receipt. Oh, she says, okay, thank you, Brett. We got you covered, don't worry. Andy, we'll cover all that in the training. That's something that will, as far as like picking your niche, to creating the content, to making it so that it's designed to rank and get you traffic, all that stuff. That's why we created the extra training. Do you cover monetization in the training? Yes, 100% we cover the monetization. That's a big thing, talking about how you can actually, what kind of monetization, what kind of different topics. I mean, different topics are going to want different types of monetization. So we'll definitely be covering that as well. What payment options does the software provide? Henry, there's PayPal and credit card at the checkout. If you're talking about if you want to sell the software yourself, you can sell it however you want. You can make, if you're going to get this and sell with the team option there, and you want to sell it, you can use any kind of payment method you want. It's up to you. Fred says, excellent webinar. Thanks, Brett, for coming up with AI Authority Builder. My content writing skills suck. And a lot of people aren't able to write well. And we always hear the thing, content is king. And how are you going to be a king if you can't write content very well? It's definitely a big help for a lot of us. Even for someone like me, I was an English major in college, and I still don't want to sit down and write content. Right? I don't want to sit there and just write article after article. I mean, maybe I could do like 10 of them, but I think my brain's gonna hurt after doing too much of it. And there's just no need to now with AI. Lynn says, just purchased the bundle discount, easily access product through JVZoo, had no issues whatsoever. Also signed up for the training. Awesome. Congratulations, Lynn. Happy to have you on board. Enjoy the software. Herwig, please let the audience know that you, Mike, and Brett are really good guys that help people make money. Thank you, Herwig. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Yeah, Kevin says, or have the time to write it. Yeah, a lot of us have other jobs, or just like I've got two little girls that like just getting in my office today was a pain for me because they're always coming and knocking on my door. I'm happy about it. I love it. I know someday they're not going to knock on my door anymore, and I'm going to be sad. But we have time. We don't have the time to do the things that we necessarily need to in our business because we have other priorities. So that helps with that as well. Ed says, awesome guys, thanks. I'm looking forward to the training. Be well. Thank you, Ed. Yeah, Alan, you're gonna have to talk with Brett about that.
Alan, that's a completely different software you're asking about. I do have a support disk for my software tools.
Robert says, okay, I'm confused. Is the team account same as agency? Robert, no. I think is a past customer, maybe that is more familiar with agency. Brett, can you tell me about the difference between that and agency is?
No, Robert, in the past, I had what was called agency access, which allowed you to put a JVZoo buy button on our sales page and all that stuff. And that was something that I've done for years, and that was great. But it's honestly, to be blunt, it's becoming a pain in the ass with JVZoo. So although they're going to honor all my other agency products, they've kind of, nicely asked me to not do that anymore. So what we do now is called team accounts, which instead of, putting your JVZoo buy button on my sales page, you could just create accounts for people at your leisure.
And you can sell them you can sell it how you want to sell it.
Yeah, if you want to sell it, that's fine, but it's not through JVZoo.
Let's see here. Are these sites considered a blog site? That's an interesting question, Joanne. And usually it's funny, these terms like sites and website, site, blog, they all kind of get used interchangeably. But for my definition, a blog is a website that has very updating content. It's got dates on the content. It's kind of something that's always being updated in real time. This isn't really that type of a site. This is more evergreen content. This is more about creating content. Then it's not going to matter if you read a post about the benefits for your health of crocheting. Like that's not going to change from now until 10 years from now. That benefit's not going to be different. So there's really no reason to have that content as a blog type thing. So to answer your question, I would say, and Brett, I don't know if you agree with me or not, that this is not a blog. This is a site. This is a website.
Well, it's funny, like you said, these terms have adapted and been used interchangeably. Originally, a blog was, we got to remember the word blog, and there was a blog, which was a video log. Originally, a blog was just me talking about my life. It was almost like an online of my life. Maybe I want to talk about, my travel. I remember you had that travel site, Mike, from me.
My website used to be a blog, a travel blog.
Yeah, that originally was more like a log of what you're doing, so your friends can see it, and that's what blog actually originally came. Now blog is whatever the person talking about wants to call it.
I think a blog can be an authority site. It's kind of it's almost like a philosophical question here, where people could debate different things.
We're talking about internet philosophy.
It's like meta internet philosophy, but
yeah, what's
like a blog could be an authority about a particular subject. Like if you have a woman that has a blog and she lives in I don't know, in Bangor, Maine, and she specifically talks about the food in Bangor, Maine, she could have a blog that's an authority about the food in Bangor, Maine. So that could be an authority site. That's a blog, right? But you could also have a site in Bangor, Maine about it could be a directory about all the businesses in Bangor, Maine, but that might not necessarily be a blog because it's not new content. It's just a directory of what exists. So you could probably even, to get even more meta about this, you could have an authority site with a blog on it, with a part of it that's a
I think
blog.
we're
Right?
overthinking this answer, Mike.
I I think it's definitely an incredible topic. But thank you for bringing it up, Joan. I appreciate it. Wayne says I signed up. We'll work through the tutorials today. Thanks, Wayne. It's gonna take you about 10, maybe 5-10 minutes to work through the tutorials. It's that easy to do. You're not going to be. It's not going to take you a lot of time to get through them. It's that easy, which is one of the things about Brett's software, which it doesn't require that you go through a ton of tutorials. When I first started learning his software, Brett's going to kill me for this, but I didn't go through the tutorials until after I started using it, which is one thing that he always gets really mad at people for. But I did go through the tutorials before I started asking questions, which is something that I advise all of you to do. If you've got a question about how to use the software, before you put in a support ticket, please go through the tutorials. It will make everyone's lives easier, and it will prevent us from saying to you, did you go through the tutorials yet? And you having to say no. And then we say, okay, go back through the tutorials.
I mean, in all fairness, I do my own support because I create the software and I feel like there's nobody better to help people with the software than myself. But if somebody does ask me a question, and I am still just one person, I have 18,000 people using my various softwares. So if somebody asks me a question that I know is in the tutorial, the response I always give is the same. Please watch the tutorials. Thank you, Brett.
You should have a little pop-up that comes up every time someone goes to put in a support ticket that says, have you watched the tutorials yet? And then they have an answer, and then you should have a question from the tutorials that only someone that watched the tutorials would know. That would be a good idea.
Brenda says, which one of the training videos is the one that talks about what niche to pick? I'm not going to tell you that, Brenda, because I want you to watch them all.
And we're going to be covering that in much more extensively inside of the special training that you're going to get as part of this. So the training, you asking about training videos, they're more tutorial videos. He does cover a little bit about niche selection, but as far as more training goes, that's going to be in the training that we do.
Henry asked, he said, I'm not in the USA. Would you advise on how I can receive affiliate payments in my own country? That's a little hard to answer on this call, Henry. Not the least of which because we don't even know which country you're in. But
I'm going to guess he's in France.
He's in France? Okay.
I'm going to guess because Henry, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm guessing France, but I could be wrong.
Mike is more worldly than I am. I've never been to France.
That doesn't mean I'm right though.
We will be talking about monetization in detail.
In the South Africa, I'm wrong. He's in South Africa. So as far as doing that kind of stuff, yes, we'll talk about that in the training. And for being in different parts of the world, there are different methods of monetization that will work better for people in different areas. It's in general, monetization, as I'm sure for those of you that live abroad know, doing it from other countries other than the United States can be a little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. So we'll talk about different ways that you can do that. But if you're in South Africa, that's one of the countries that I think it's maybe a little bit easier for you to do it. So we'll talk about that in the training. Why no cameras on? Has it started? Paul, there's no cameras. I'm in a dark room right now because I'm about to move, and we didn't have any cameras. Let's see here. If you're concerned about having your own domain, Joanne, you can use your own domain. So if that's something that you want to do, then you can definitely do that. You have to look into that. No, Dola, I don't believe you do. You can ask Brett about that in the support desk. He'll answer that for you. Is there any TOS and GDPR tools built into this? I believe you can. Brett's left a spot in there for putting in like things for different privacy policies and GDPR policies and all that stuff. He's added that in there. So if you want to add any of that stuff in, I know that as far as GDPR goes, it's something that people more in European countries are concerned about. But there are options if you want to add in your own stuff there. There's custom code areas and whatnot. We have the access to traffic info? You'll have access to your stats, Robert. You'll be able to see what kind of traffic comes into your sites. Yes. John says, Brett, I'm on my laptop and it is acting up. Is there any way I can pay for the bundle when I get home from work? Sure, John, you can pay when you get home from work. It should still be there, but don't wait too long. If you wait too long, this is going to close and then we're gonna have issues. I don't want you to be asking us to buy and we having to tell you that it's closed. You're welcome. So guys, we've been on here for a while now. Are there any last questions that you have? For those of you that are in, congratulations, welcome on board. Again, if there's anyone else that has a last question before we wrap this up, we're happy to stay on this call as long as you need us. This is something that we always do. We kind of pride ourselves on that when we do any kind of call, like including our training call that we're going to be doing for people that purchase this bundle, we're going to be on that call answering all your questions until you are all questioned out. So if there's anything else, feel free to put in the chat box. This is your last chance to be able to ask any questions that you have. But except Ed, don't be asking questions about other things other than this right now. You can ask that kind of stuff somewhere else. Let's make it specific to this. We're not going to do support for other things here. Thank you. He has a nice sense of humor for that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ed. Well, great. Again, everyone, thank you so much for coming on this call today. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you want to get access to our amazing discount on AI Authority Builder, you want to go to aiauthoritybuilder.com/bundle, and you can use that discount code. I think there's one on the page right now, and we've also have the Save 50. You can get a $50 discount, bring the price down from $297 to $247, and you're going to save a ton of money on this. Instead of having to go through the sales funnel and pay $197 for the pro upgrade and $297 for the team accounts and $97 for the training, you get everything all included in one, and you get an amazing deal on this. Again, this won't be around for forever. This is going to be a 3-day launch, and then this is going to be gone. When that timer runs out, this will be gone. John says, I pay in Canadian. Well, I can't control the currency, John, but what can I do? It's in American dollars. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. What can we do? What can we do here? So again, thank you so much for coming on. Brett, is there anything else, any last words that you have before we let them go? I'm sure Brett's doing support tickets right now.
Covered everything. If everybody has their questions answered, I thank everybody for coming to the call. I hope whether you picked this up or not, I hope you enjoyed the call. I hope it helped you and provided some information with you. And I'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you guys again, and we'll see you soon.